the W over WebJP in pools. It was not streamed, or in top 32 rather, to get to this position. His reward is playing against Jakal.
Now, Jakal is 3-0 on Sobriquet Sola, but they have not played in a very long time, over 8 months at this point.
Yeah, more than half a year.
Very, very long time at this point. Sola has leveled up, just recently made it onto the NJPR. We're seeing him making some moves lately. Just really got second at Gothic Gauntlet. So I'm excited to see how he's able to turn up here, especially against a character like Wolf, who honestly is like, this seems like a dice roll of a matchup, if anything. It seems very weird. Like if you're not able to consistently just sit on the other side of the stage and laser, I don't know what Wolf does here, right? It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Wolf has to take advantage of what Hero's main and eternal weakness will be. His base stats are just not all that. He has really, really low airspeed, and extremely sluggish aerials, as like only a couple of his moves can be like frequently utilized in scrambles, like jab and nair. So Wolf can create a lot of vacuum-like pressure and find any one of his potent kill options. We saw a down smash for a close call, and then a back air to close out the stock. Jakal looking in prime form after he's had a rough bracket himself, almost going to lose his earlier against Diamond.
Oh, that's got to be tough.
That's a rough one.
You go a character you don't see very often, ice season immediately into Hero. Yeah, that's got to be tough. But Sola finding the up tilt there with the Psych Up again, doing a really good job of finding those spells on the fly, which does put a big hole in Wolf's game plan of trying to rush you down immediately. Because like if you get in there and Sola picks the right spell, suddenly you're 2 feet away from a hero who has Psych Up, Oomph, and your shield is gone. Like there are so many bad scenarios that could happen there. It's very much a dice roll of whenever you approach hero, what could happen in any given scenario.
Character's built on a 4 in 26, I think, 26 different spells. Maybe that number is wrong, but
did you know there's more spells on Hero's menu than there are in the entirety of Hogwarts Legacy?
Peak.
Fun fact.
Fun fact. That is a fun fact. You know what? This joke can sit here. I'm not going to stutter through another bit as we watch a very close game between Sola and Jakal. Then
he thought he was going to hit the win.
He's cursed.
Okay, so Jude died because Wolf Nair is too good. He thought he was going to get hit by the up B, but it held down the hitbox for too long, and he air dodged assuming he was going to tech. That is the most tragic moment of privilege I've seen in my life.
I didn't know it was that privilege, man. Oh, speaking of privilege, getting the trip on the
there
down
we go. All right,
okay.
Sola, relax.
He hunts for those sometimes. I see Sola like hunt for up smashes and forward smashes a lot. Did he use his jump there as well? Sola having to use up B to get back, trying to mix up his recovery just a little bit, but instead putting himself on a platter for a high punish and no jump.
Well, you see that big breath that Jakal just took there? Like just the sigh of relief.
When you drop a stock at 0 to your own fault, it's like, man, I just might have served this game up and just given it right over to Sola. But instead, you know, notices the lack of resources on the part of Sola, knows that Wolf has the mobility to get into Hero's face at a moment's notice.
That might be the worst Hero RNG I've ever seen in my life. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
like
it's tough.
That was 2 menus in the blast zone with no zoom. That's crazy, isn't it? There's like a 90% chance if you're in the blast zone.
I don't know the exact number, but it is a higher odds to get zoom in the bubble compared to if you are not in the bubble.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
we're bringing this right back to small battlefield, which I do really like this pick for Sola. Sola ends up doing really well here. One, because of the high offstage game, of course, you have more time to pull out the defensive options like zoom, and also the platforms where Hero can reach these aerial extensions just like that. Oh, not gonna go for the up tilt there. You see stuff like that too. Be able to set more, like you said, the lackluster normals. He does have some stuff, and being able to find said stuff against a character like Wolf is a big difference maker in a matchup like this, especially if you got bounce online, which just completely negates that laser.
Removing a dash back option is extremely strong in this game. I mean, dashing back is quite powerful, to say the least, for every character in this game. So if you're able to find free ways to approach with something like bounce or accelerado, different ways that Hero can augment his own stats, it can certainly allow you the openings that you need to start getting some momentum on your side. Instant drop from Halo Kaboom. Does not find its mark, though. Jakal pulls up shield just in the nick of time. Wow. Empty hop straight over this apple into full combo, and even trying a shine extension as well. Man, Jakal is putting on the screws for Sola. I'm trying to make him guess at every single moment.
This is the aggression of winners round 3. You just lost the game. After you had this is the oh, I'm sorry.
He put up the hand, like, get out of my face.
Calm down. Sit down.
Explode.
Silence. Sheesh.
Casting more spells than Hogwarts Legacy.
4-round, baby.
Yeah, we made it.
Yes. We finished the joke in like 3 minutes.
Let's go.
We're so bad.
We're so good.
Anyways, but now you have to play this matchup like this. Like you said earlier, Wolf just has so much better normals than Hero, so being able to rush him down with your quick frame data and your very explosive aerials, it's something like this makes it so hard because you don't have time to pick those spells that make the matchup so tough. Oh my.
Completely agree, Momo. We're seeing all of that time and time again. Mistech on the platform. Jude, in the time that Sola tries to perform like what is effectively a delay tech, like sit on the ground for a moment, then do a neutral getup, Jakal covered both sides of the platform with his auto cancel back air. Like, it just perfectly. And also shout-outs to the luck of zooming right into him.
Sheesh, dog.
It's tough to say the least. But we are in best of 5 territory, and Hero can be a roulette of things to come. So as Sola locks in the character for the 3rd time in this set, he's trying to take a game, maybe start a reverse 3-0, get some momentum on his side.
If there's any character in the game that could pull it out, it's definitely Hero, as he switches characters to the superior Hero skin.
Yeah, the fish
in
hero.
on a superior.
He's got the fins.
Shout out to Montneva. This is his. I think this is the skin he uses. By the way, that's my goat.
Is
Regardless.
From 8?
Do not.
I do not know.
Don't do that. Don't put me on blast like that. Chris will kill me.
Oh, down smash, just keeping it easy. Forcing Hero off stage when you have the options of Wolf to cover both close to ledge and go out for some edge guards if needed. Just letting these nairs and letting these normals do the talking. Finally, Sola is able to come down. After 1 neutral loss, he took basically 100 in that disadvantage.
This is how Jakal always wants to play the game, right? Being able to get down and dirty. This is the kind of Wolf that I always want to see. Being able to turn up and do your thing, because this is what you have to do against Hero. You give him time to think, stuff like that happens. Like, he has so many shenanigans he could throw at you from under the ledge. Is there in general. Now you've got boost, and suddenly you can't use laser, and now he's got so much more free reign to use the menu now. Unless Jakal rushes you down, which is what he's doing right now.
Sola has been jumping at a disadvantage time and time again. He still has his jump there, but there was a time, like not that long before, where the attempted jump out of a jab combo kind of turned everything on its head, and you never want to be without your resources against a player like Jakal, who's very adept to the scramble.
Jeez, dog.
A re-grab like that is no dice against Wolf down smash, as we've got a full stock lead on the part of Jakal, who's looking to seal out this set.
Oh! I summoned thee!
And just like that.
And he finds it just like that. The magic burst coming through. Of course, that doesn't. We're in the last like scenario, but you have no mana, or almost no mana left. This is where Jakal turns up, tries to get you off stage without your resources. Do not have time to look at that menu. 71% of damage racking up more and more and more. Sola cannot find an opportunity to land because you have no time to look at the menu and weigh out your options. You can't weigh out options that aren't there.
124. He took 124 in 1 extended disadvantage state. Not quite the perfect stock. I agree.
I don't know about all that. Summoning Zeus is not might be the time.
Like, that's really tough. It's a really tough decision to weigh of like how many Hail Marys are you willing to throw out, because you know that Jakal has been mixing up your defense so thoroughly. A couple roll-ins here, like anything just to try and force Jakal to wait a beat.
Wait a minute.
Oh, going for it was the sour spot though, as Jakal does make it back, going for the Kafriz.
Oh, he bet it all.
He need to wait like literally 1 second more. Whoosh, the level 1 up B, takes 4 MP. He had 3.
Oh.
That's tough.
All I'm saying, Sola, if that neutral B landed, you would have had it.
You would have had it.
That would have been nasty. Fortunately, it didn't land. That's tragic.
Different. And in a parallel universe, we get a game.
We're in the wrong timeline.
That's tough.
That's very tough.
But I do respect the type of like instantaneous change that Sola wanted to put up there, where he knows that Jakal was pressuring a ton in advantage, prolonging his advantage states almost artificially with some of the change-ups that he was throwing at him. So instead, Sola just started throwing out haymakers. It's like, all right, I need you to back off. And you know what's one way to get people to like give me a little bit of space? Make them scared. Like, all right, I'm going to throw a Kazap, I'm going to throw a Frizz, like level tier 3 spells, like just starting to really put Jakal on the back foot by how many haymakers he was throwing out. And it almost worked out.
I mean, like, Hero literally yells at you when he uses that move.
Yeah, he's screaming.
It's like the Fushroda, the Skyrim. I don't know the exact name for the move. I'm sorry.
It's literally just shouts.
Is it just called shouts?
Just called shouts at you. He shouts at him.
Yelling you. Ah! Yell like that. That is the dude, like Sola had those small bursts of aggression come out. It's just like, again, like you said, the lackluster frame data of Hero made that matchup so difficult. If you don't have the quick hitboxes, the big hitboxes to keep Wolf out, and the quickness to box with Wolf, it's a very, very tough time. So unless you had the most craziest orange, like that Magic Burst at Legendary, which was fantastic, then the matchup is going to be very, very tough for you. But, of course, a very good effort from Sola, though, especially this last, what could have been?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with every single like portion of that. The beer verse as well to keep himself safe, just needed to literally wait, I think, mana recruits once every 1 or 2 frames. So it was just like a hair or too early.
It was very, very upsetting.
That's super tough. But we've got to get into winners finals, as losers is currently progressing. We'll dip down in there a little bit later, but we need an age-old classic first and foremost.